Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be answering some questions that y'all asked me over on my Instagram, and I am going to try and answer them all. Actually, y'all asked a lot of questions, so I'm gonna try and answer them all, but it looks like a lot of them are wedding questions, so I'm probably going to just do like a wedding Q&A, and I would do that one right now. I still don't have all the answers yet for a lot of them, so I don't want to just keep saying like I don't know. So I'm just gonna do all the non-wedding related questions, and then if you asked a wedding related question, I'm gonna answer those next week because hopefully I'll have the answers. So the first question is, what is your biggest insecurity? P.S. I miss you. I miss you too. My biggest insecurity, I think for me, I hate when I'm like sad or not in a good place. I really don't like sharing when I'm not happy and that kind of thing, and it's really embarrassing for me and I don't really know why. And yeah, I think that's my biggest insecurity, is just when I'm like upset and sad, because I don't want people to not think I'm joyful. So yeah. How do you deal with anxiety revolving around social media? And I got another question that is kind of similar to that one. Do you feel like Instagram affects your mood in a good/bad way? So that was the other question. I feel like those two are like kind of relatable. But for me, I don't necessarily think Instagram puts me in a bad mood. I like Instagram a lot, and I love looking at people's pictures and like what they're doing, and it's like an easy way to keep up with people's lives. And I think a lot of people have a hard time with social media, and I think the one time, actually, let me give you an example. Last week, or like maybe 2 weeks ago or something, I started to get kind of like, okay, maybe I should try to be like an Instagrammer, influencer. I don't know what you call them, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, not a blogger, because I'm not a blogger, but I was like, maybe I should try and do that and like use hashtags and like tag a bunch of things in my pictures. And I think that's great, and I think people totally grow that way and that kind of thing. But for me, I just have never done that. I just have always just posted my life on Instagram since a freshman in high school. So that was the only time that I've ever been super anxious, or actually if I share something about my emotions, if I am trying to be honest and real with like my friends and stuff, and post on Instagram like a post talking about how I'm a little sad or anxious, that makes me anxious because I hate talking about that. But back to the point about the hashtag, whatever I was talking about, that made me really anxious because that's just not how I am, and that's not me, and it just didn't feel like me. So that made me very anxious. I think that it affects you in a bad way when you're not being yourself on social media and you're trying to do all these other things that everyone else is doing. I don't know, it's really easy to compare yourself, but God made you a different way than someone else, and there's no reason to compare yourself to that. But that is very hard, easier said than done. I love this question. Someone said, what do you enjoy doing in your free time and what makes you happy? So in my free time, I thrift a lot. I like to do craft and DIYs. I like to go to Target. And well, I like to take care of my plants. And all those things do make me happy. So I think that those are like the things that I can do when I'm feeling down. They make me happy. Things like, I realize when the sun is out, when I wake up in the morning, that is like when I'm happiest. I wake up and my whole mood is different. So I love that. That makes me so happy. And especially being in the sun when it's actually like hot outside, like the sun, the heat. Oh, that's my favorite thing ever. And reading my Bible makes me happy. Listening to worship music, my coffee in the morning, like just the really little things. I feel like I'm most content in like the simple things. So someone asked, are you planning to have a baby soon? I love this question, and if you know me, you know that I would have like had a baby yesterday, but no, we probably will not have a baby soon. Maybe a couple years, but if you know me, you really know that maybe. How do you put cute outfits together? So for me, I always like pick one thing that I know I want to wear, and Also, a tip, jumpsuits. I'm wearing a jumpsuit right now, and I feel like automatically you put a jumpsuit on and you look like more put together and it looks fun. But seriously, it's like the easiest thing ever because all you need is like a t-shirt underneath, like a basic one, and you look really put together. So that's kind of one tip, is a jumpsuit's always the answer. But yeah, I always pick one piece that I really want to wear and kind of build around that. Someone asked how long I have cheered for. I cheered 3 years in high school, and I cheered from my freshman year to my junior year, and then I quit my senior year, and then I cheered my sophomore and junior year of college, most of it. What is your favorite Bible verse? I have a lot of Bible verses that I like for different times in my life. Like, I feel like each season I have something different that I like. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Psalm 143:8. So I really like that one right now. I just feel like there's a lot of unknown, just with getting married and Bobby graduating, which actually there is known with that. It makes me feel like a lot more secure in that. But the other things in life, like where are we gonna live? We have no idea. Like, Bobby could literally go play basketball in another country, or we could be here in Montana, I don't know, or back in Washington, who knows. So there's a lot of unknown in that, and like what job and all that kind of stuff, and like what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, which is super exciting, and I love that, and I'm looking forward to like knowing all those things. But I'm trying to like rest in this season and just enjoy being engaged and planning a wedding that I've like been waiting and waiting for. So yeah, anyway, back to the questions. Someone asked me what is my dream job, and it's kind of like a conjoined dream with my fiance. And he really loves coffee, and he really wants to open a coffee shop, and I love that idea so much. And so that's kind of become our dream, which I really hope that happens, because like our family, like his side and my mom and like we're all like, oh yeah, let's do that. So maybe we will. That's kind of the dream, but probably won't be for a little while. So I would say that's my dream job. I feel like this question kind of goes with that question. But what is a project you would love to start working on and launch? Kind of what I just said, but also I just really would love to like work on opening a store at some point. Yeah, and I've done a little research on it, and who knows, maybe it'll happen. But my mom used to own a kids consignment store in there all the time when I was younger, and I loved that so much. And I just like envision it being kind of like that, but having like nicely made clothes for a really good price. Like, I hate when you go into really cute stores and a shirt is $60. So I really want stuff that's unique, home decor. I don't know. That's kind of like a project that I would love to do. What is your favorite thing about yourself / something you are changing? That's a really hard question. Something that I am working on changing is not being late. That's a for sure one. Something that I want to change is being more trusting in God, because I especially feel like in the last like year I have just been super trying to figure out everything on my own, and I have caused myself a lot of stress and a lot of sadness for no reason, because I fully do trust that like the Lord is totally got my life planned out and totally is gonna help me get there, and I'm not gonna be alone in that. And yeah, but also I would love to like not be anxious and sad. So those are things that I really want to change, but I think that all is like a little bundle, because if I am trusting God and giving it to God, then I will not have as much weight on my shoulders in that part of my life. So what's your favorite thing about yourself? That's so cute. Those questions are always really hard for me to answer. Think I'm pretty creative. I'm not like that creative or anything. Like, I'm not an artist, but I feel like I like that part about myself, that I'm always wanting to do something different and always trying to figure out ways to do something like a little more unique, and I'm always working on projects, and I like that. I like to do that, because I don't know, like it makes me feel better when I'm sad. So I think that it's nice that I can do that. Yeah. What meals do you eat to keep your skin and hair so healthy? Love you and your videos. That is really sweet. Thank you. Seriously, when people say that they watch my videos, that means a lot to me, because I feel like it's just like a little secret and no one really watches them, even though I like advertise that I post a video. But anyway, I guess what I eat most of the time: spinach, peanut butter, beans, potatoes. Those are like my four main food things that I eat. So maybe that helps my skin. I drink a lot of water, like always drink water. Someone asked me if I'm going to school, which, how did you know that I wasn't? Yeah, I'm not in school right now, and like I keep saying, I'll explain it in a testimony video. But yeah, school's hard for me, not in like necessarily like school work, just the whole thing about being in school, which I'll explain that, but no, I'm not. Favorite plant ever? That's a hard question, actually. I really love all my plants. I like this one. I got it for my birthday. It's monstera, and it has like the split leaves. And I really like this one. I have a ton that I love. This is my string of hearts, and this one is just so different and pretty, and it's kind of hard to get a lot of places, but I love that one. But I really just love the easy ones that don't take the most time to grow, and that, because when you see a new growth, it's like the best thing ever. So I like ones that give me a lot of leaves. Tips for thrifting / shopping on a tight budget. Yeah, that's hard. If you're thrifting, you're already doing good on a tight budget, because that's like the best way to shop. And someone also asked me where I get most of my stuff, and most of my stuff is from the thrift store. But I'll answer that question later. But yeah, thrifting is like the best way to get home decor and clothes and all those things. Tips though for shopping on a tight budget, which I know there's days where you just want to go shopping, and I really do that too. I always give myself a limit, like $15, $10, and I only say if I find something that is like the best of the best, then I can add that thing in there, and it's fine if it goes over budget. But yeah, so that's usually what I do. And also, just don't buy things that you do not need. Like if you're going to the thrift store, maybe have things in mind that you're looking for, and it makes it way easier if you come across some things that you're like, oh, do I need this? You're like, I literally have 5 of the same things, because that happens to me all the time. Get your cute hair scarf. And do you have any other favorites? This is the hair scarf I was wearing in my Instagram picture, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that she was talking about, because that's what I was wearing. And that one is from Andy, and they sent me the cutest stuff. I'll show you guys on Instagram. It's scrunchies and hair scarves, and yeah. So that's where that one was from, but I thrift like most of mine, and they're really special that way too, because like no one else has them. They gave them away, so you're the only one that has it now. Are my favorite Instagrammers and YouTubers. So for Instagram, I love Senna Nelson. I love moms. So she's a mom. Senna Nelson and Honey Wild are both moms. They are so cute, so sweet. I love following them. And I like a lot of other moms too, but I can't think of them. Those are like the 2 off the top of my head. And I love Hannah Westby and Kristen Jones, which brings me to YouTube. I love their YouTube channels. Hannah is like newer, but Kristen, love her. And then I really love watching like my friends, and I never thought I would make like YouTube friends, but I love watching them. Megan Acuna, Angelica Marie, Shayla Wolford, Emma Catherine, Lindsay Thomas. She's also a mom. She's really cute. I feel like watching people that I can feel like I relate to, or they could be like my friend. And yeah, so I've really enjoyed watching them, and it's so fun to make friends on YouTube. Kind of brings me to my next question that I got, which I wasn't gonna answer this because it really bothered me, and that's okay, but I'm gonna answer it anyway, because I don't think it's hate, but I've never gotten like hate before. I don't think they were trying to be rude at all, but I just like, it made me feel sad. But someone asked me why you never admit that Kristen Jones is such an inspiration for you. I would even say it's almost like copying her style, and even gestures and facial expressions. Okay, so to respond to the first part, I have never like not said that she is. Like I follow her, like my friends know I really like her, and yeah, I've gotten comments like, oh, you remind me of Kristen Jones, or like on my Instagram and YouTube, and I always say thank you, I love her, like that's such a compliment, and that's usually what I say. I've never tried to hide that, and I don't know why it would be a secret. I think in life there are people that you relate to and you like because you have the same style, or you feel like everything they have, you're like, oh yeah, that, like I totally love that. And that's just how it is. Like, yeah, there's things that she has posted that I've been like, oh my gosh, I need to get that, and I get it, and that's like what their job kind of is. And yeah, so that part, I'm like so many people do that, that's not that weird. Yeah, but the whole like gestures and facial expressions, what? I don't even know how I would do that. I'm not an actress, so yeah, and that made me sad because I am I've never not been myself, and yeah, so I'm being me, and like people have commented that that I remind them of Kristen Jones. My friends have said that, and I like, we both have brown hair, I don't know, and we like the same things, I don't know, but yeah, people have asked me to like recreate her Instagram, but for me, I just like feel kind of weird doing that, and I didn't even know what that was when someone asked me to like, oh, can you like copy Kristen Jones' Instagram for a week? Looked it up, and I guess that is a video people do. So yeah, I've never tried to hide that. I don't know. I just feel like I had to address it because I don't know. I just want to answer everyone's questions. If you could get any breed of dog, what would you get and why? My mom has a standard poodle and my dad has a golden retriever. I love both of them, so either of those, but a golden doodle would be so fun, and we really want them to have babies, but we don't know if they're going to. How tall am I? I'm 5'1". So those are like most of the questions. I probably missed some because I was just scrolling, but yeah, I hope I answered them, and I was trying to do it pretty quick, so this wasn't a super long video, so the ones I answered, I hope that I made sense. But I really appreciate y'all asking me questions, and I'll do my wedding one soon because I feel like there was a lot of those, so sorry that I didn't answer them in this one. But I hope y'all enjoyed these questions and the answers, and I hope that it helped. So I really appreciate y'all watching, and you are so sweet. I'm starting to like meet a lot of people that like would just watch my YouTube videos, and that is so cool, and I love it. So anyway, thanks y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.